Wow, this is too close to call. Congratulations, you are our clown of the year.
4 more years, you won't have to vote anymore.
It is white men on this side of the aisle telling us that y'all are the ones being oppressed.
Take over, Elijah. Take over.
It was time to face down Goliath. And David, not DeVita.
You ain't worth a damn unless you vote the way we say you should vote.
Hey, shout out to all of our subscribers and members here on the channel. It is time for another edition of the Reese Waters Award Show, and we're getting to the big awards, our clown of the year. And this year was filled with clowns. First, our nominees, Mr. Greg Abbott, come on down. Not you inflating the non-citizens removed from the voter rolls.
A new report found Governor Greg Abbott inflated the number of non-citizens removed from voter rolls. Now, in August, Governor Abbott claimed the state removed more than 6,500 non-citizens from its voter rolls. An investigation by ProPublica, the Texas Tribune, and VoteBeat found the number to be wrong, though.
Not a pardon for Daniel Perry.
Governor Greg Abbott issued a controversial pardon for a man who was convicted of shooting and killing a Black Lives Matter protester. His name's Daniel Perry. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison. That was last May. A jury found him guilty of murdering Air Force veteran Garrett Foster during a 2020 demonstration against police brutality in Austin. After reviewing the case, the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles recommended a full pardon. The governor then made it official and then also restored Perry's firearms rights.
Not open and blatant voter intimidation.
Houston and Harris County officials expressed concern and worry over the recent actions of Republican leaders at the state level over what they claim are actions meant to confuse and discourage voters from casting their ballot.
That is the intent. That's the idea, is to make it as hard as possible to vote.
But the real clown behavior for me that has you with a spot in this video is you sitting up here cheesing with Tom Homan as he reiterates his willingness to arrest the mayor of Denver for going against the wishes of the federal government. Something you yourself did with President Biden.
Me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail. Because there's a statute, it's Title 8 United States Code 1324.
Clown behavior don't get more blatant than that. I mean, really. I guess you could run for president with lifts in your shoes. Ron DeSantis, come on down. There was you coming out here and opening your mouth to communicate to us the benefits of slavery.
Instruction includes how slaves developed skills which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit. It's probably not surprising that that's caused a fair bit of outrage.
And the irony in that is clearly you are somebody who has a very scant understanding of history, and it would only get worse by virtue of you attacking the CRT and DEI in the Florida education system.
Well, one of the education bills signed into law getting a lot of attention today. It bans the state's colleges and universities from spending money on programs that support diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Oh no, see, I get it, because he want to make sure that the kids of Florida grow up like he did with no understanding of history whatsoever.
I view it as American history. I don't view it as separate history.
An effort that was so shameless, the people had to take note, including Emmitt Smith himself.
He dropped this statement right here. Emmitt said, quote, "I'm utterly disgusted by UF's decision and the precedent that it sets. Without the DEI department, the job falls to the office of the provost, who already has their hands full to raise money for the university and continue to advance the academic studies and athletic programs."
An effort that was very apparent to the people on the ground. People took note, including Emmitt Smith himself, who called for a boycott of the University of Florida, and the entire NAACP, which issued a travel advisory. Yeah, you had the NAACP issue a travel advisory for the whole state.
The NAACP is issuing a travel advisory for the state of Florida. The civil rights organization said in a statement that Florida is openly hostile to African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQ plus individuals, and said the decision comes in response to Ron DeSantis' attempts to erase Black history.
But really, if we talking clown behavior, you would have to initiate a whole presidential election campaign only for it to devolve into people shooting photos back and forth, proving that you have lifts in your shoes.
Real quick, before we get started, thank you everyone. Governor DeSantis, I want to present to you this participation trophy. Now, probably not going to win the election, right? But we're proud of you for trying.
Participation trophy. Sorry, buddy.
No, I mean,
sorry, buddy. Sorry.
He's special, he's unique, and he's our little snowflake.
Sorry, that was a wrong clip. That was him getting his participation trophy for the GOP nomination process. Congratulations. But you're not the only one who was due a participation trophy. Nikki Haley, come on down. First, it was this.
He's not what he was in 2016. He has declined. That's a fact.
Then it was this.
In this moment, we have a chance to put aside our differences and focus on what unites us and strengthens our country.
And now it's this.
I had no interest in being in his cabinet. He knew that. I know the game he was playing. I don't need to play that game. But more importantly, we have to look at the bigger picture.
Oh, wait, what was that?
What are the facts about Tulsi Gabbard? She opposed ending the Iran nuclear deal. She opposed sanctions on Iran. She opposed designating the Iran military as terrorists who say death to America every single day. She said that Donald Trump turned the U.S. into Saudi Arabia's prostitute. This is going to be the future head of our national intelligence.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that now. Not from you. Matter of fact, that's pick me behavior. Sounds like you could have gotten an honorable mention in the pick me of the year, but that nomination was quite full, by the way. Now, when it comes to the clown of the year, and it's ironic that I talk about the pick me of the year because we talked a lot about Black MAGAs. When it comes to the clown of the year, this was a competition that really came down to a one-on-one duel. That's right. Let's go to the barbershop.
Oh, hey, Mr. President. Mr. President, how you doing? Well, I'm going to put you on speaker, but actually a great question just came up. We're talking about regulations.
Mind my business, serve, give back haircuts to the community, and have good conversations. It's never been about politics. Once you say Black small business, give back to the community, it's like, okay, I'm doing it.
Jones says he feels used.
Just be aware that it is election season and the timing seems a little suspect.
Byron Donalds, come on down. Now, it's bad enough getting rejected as a Black man at the barbershop, but for them to be so opposed to your presence that they go to the news media afterwards to say, nah, he wasn't at my shop. Nah, that wasn't me that faded him up.
Even though I trusted that person, I didn't really do the research I should have done, but now I'm letting everybody else know that you need to be aware of these calls.
I ain't seen a reception that bad since, well, Byron Donalds went to the cigar shop.
You don't forget about where you from. Don't paint the picture. Don't tell us that we can't educate our kids on the opportunity. We're talking about vouchers. You're talking about things that's still going to cost more money.
My only disappointment is they had all them lighters and nobody set fire to them boots. That is That is a missed opportunity. That reception was worse than the one you got from Keith Boykin on CNN.
Answering the
Crime
question.
is
Not answering the question.
That is answering the question,
How
because
is
the reality in America, hold on, Keith, the reality in America is that crime is massively up.
Crime is not massively up. That's a lie.
You can bang the table all you want, but
You're
that's
lying,
not true,
Congressman.
man.
You're lying.
We already know that there are cities.
The FBI just released data this week that crime is going down.
You know what, Byron? Maybe you should just leave black men alone. Other brothers don't seem to be receiving you too well. Why don't you try the ladies? Why don't you see how that goes?
That being said, Donald Trump's cabinet is about people who are going to implement his agenda.
I'm between jobs right now. I'm between opportunities. But if you let me hold a little something till the 15th, most years that would be your worst interaction with a black woman. But not Byron Donalds. His whole ex-wife came out to light him on fire.
She believed the future congressman and Donald Trump vice presidential shortlister was from another country. He told me he was from Jamaica and he had a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, clearly you need to leave black women and black men alone. Maybe try the kids. Maybe the kids will accept you.
I'm here at the DNC. Is this Mr. Fascist Byron Donalds? In the flesh? What the?
You let a whole kid run down on you at the DNC? That is horrible. Now I see how badly you mix with any other person of color. I get it. Now it makes sense why you would yearn for the days of Jim Crow.
During Jim Crow, the black family was together.
That's right.
During Jim Crow, more black people were not just conservative, because black people always have been conservative minded, but more black people voted conservatively.
Cause look how good they treating you now.
Byron Donalds, Florida. Wow, that's nice to have you here. That's good. That one is smart. You have smart ones and you have some that aren't quite so good.
And just look how little they had to give him for him to feel this pleased with himself. That is a very strong application. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna have a whole hard time topping that, Tim Scott.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. This is our first Thanksgiving together. We have lots of family in the house. I want to stop and say to everyone, God bless our country. God bless you and your family. Proverbs 18:22 says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
A whole wedding and a marriage to somebody we never heard of before the year started. Go on.
I'm so thankful that after 31 years of praying, this Thanksgiving, I get to celebrate it with my beautiful bride. God has blessed me.
Let's be honest, Tim Scott. We can be honest. You just posted that video because you were mad they were dragging you for the cross-legged photo. Is that what it was? Yeah, I know. Now that was strong work, but that wasn't even the most laughable social media video from him this year. Remember that time he pounded the table?
I can't believe the hoax, this sham, this absolute injustice justice system. DA Bragg and the judge should be ashamed of themselves. This isn't just ridiculous. This actually erodes the confidence that Americans have in the justice system. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. But good news is coming. DA Bragg, hear me clearly. You cannot silence the American people. You cannot stop us from voting for change. Joe Biden's injustice, Joe Biden's two-tier injustice system, weaponizing the justice system of the United States of America against a political opponent, un-American. Joe Biden, you're fired. We the people stand with Donald Trump.
Don't be shy, Tim Scott. You have a very strong portfolio here because you are the only one who proclaimed that racism was over.
The whole notion of judging a person on the content of their character, not the color of their skin, has happened. It's not going to happen. It's not around the corner. It's in the rearview mirror.
And I believe we all, for the very first time, was able to see a senator cry in public.
Our goal with our leader, John Thune, is to make sure that we achieve those objectives. My passion is making sure that we defend our current seats and expand the map and expand our majority so that President Trump does not have 2 years with a Republican majority in the Senate. He has 4 years.
Now, I'll be honest, I was pretty surprised that you accepted them giving you the job to make sure they keep getting elected as your payment. I'm very surprised you were willing to accept that because you wouldn't even accept the election results. Remember that?
Senator, will you commit to accepting the election results of 2024? Bottom line.
At the end of the day, the 47th president of the United States will be President Donald Trump, and I'm excited to get back to low inflation, low unemployment.
Wait,
and high
Senator,
enthusiasm.
yes or no, will you accept the election results of 2024 no matter who wins?
That is my statement.
You wouldn't even accept logic from CNBC. Remember that?
Are you a free trader, Senator? Do you agree with all the tariffs? Do you think John Deere 200%?
Listen,
do you think companies that make stuff here should be a 15% tax? That's industrial policy, isn't it?
I believe that President Trump oftentimes talks in the abstract.
And then after all that, sat there and wrote a whole letter to President Biden trying to get Trump to take over now. Wow. Now, how's that gonna help you out? You ain't in the cabinet.
Did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her.
That made about as much sense as the production value of the starting five.
Trump has done things that are racist. I'm a black woman first, so always understand that. But I do say that I have many conservative values that I will talk to you about. And so if you look at your network that you're standing behind, yes, and when you look at your network that you're standing behind, you're saying that you look at Chris Cuomo.
I feel like that's an oxymoron, a black Republican.
Oh. You feel like it's an oxymoron? I do. Why? Your friend right here is a Republican.
We had this conversation many times.
You do, and you say you feel like it's an oxymoron that you're Catholic, but you also are pro-life.
Very good. I love bold conservatism, man. It is so good. It really does. In your face.
Now this is really tough between y'all two. I mean, you both got passed over as the VP nominee for J.D. Vance. This J.D. Vance.
The zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Okay, yeah. She doesn't want to be on film, guys, so just cut her out of anything. Appreciate that, man. I'm J.D. Vance. I'm running for vice president. Good to see you.
Okay.
And you both got passed out for the entire cabinet. Couldn't even get HUD. One area of frustration for many black Republicans was speculation that if Trump did nominate an African American to his administration, it would be at HUD, the department that has had the most black secretary appointments of any. He must have thought it was pronounced hood. Yeah, I think he thought it was pronounced hood. One black Southern Republican told ABC News, "Why is every black person given HUD?" adding that was the literal black job of the administration. But ultimately, for me, I believe in Heisman moments. I believe in the moments that we will remember for years to come. I mean, I'll be honest, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds gave us Jim Crow.
During Jim Crow, the black family was together.
Huh? He told him he loved him? Right there in front of everybody?
Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician.
Wow. This is too close to call. You know what? I'm gonna have to go to the people. Let's see what the people are saying in the poll. Tim Scott, looks like you lost out again. Nikki Haley at 7%, Tim Scott at 19%, Greg Abbott a strong showing at 24%, clown behavior, but Byron Donalds picking up 50% of the vote. Congratulations, you are our clown of the year. Hey, Tim Scott, hey, stop crying. Yeah, hold Byron's spot in line while he goes and gets the Clown of the Year trophy. Yeah, we just need you to hold that spot so we don't lose that spot. Like exactly what Byron is doing in the government. I need you to do that right now.